to the Northland. Today's video, we are going to Rhodes, Greece. A lot of it will be narrated by the tour guide on the bus. I'm not even sure that, I don't know, I tried to make it so where, you can hear in the video. So you may have to turn your volume up or whatever if you're interested, but Rhodes is a very interesting place, not only in history, but for those of you that have followed the channel for car-related items, I'll tell you what, if you had a Bronco in Rhodes, oh my God, there's so much exploring you could do. We were driving down the highway, and I'm looking out the windows of the bus, and I could just see trails going off in the distance, up and over the hills and whatever. And every couple of miles, it seemed there was a new trail. So anyway, not that any of you are going to ship a Bronco over there, but if you do go over there, maybe, and I don't know if it's possible, maybe it isn't, but maybe see if you could rent an off-road, like four-wheel drive truck or van or something. I don't know, but there's, like I said, there's a lot of cool trails. And if I had more time, I would definitely explore that a lot more. But sit back, enjoy the video, and I'll see you on the back end. There we are, approaching Rhodes, Greece. Yes, we've had a lot of stops in Greece. I guess it just was the easiest thing to do since our Israel trip was canceled because of the stuff that's going on over there. So, and I apologize for the wind noise. A little breezy today. Tomorrow's supposed to be like a 40-mile-an-hour wind. It might get just a bit rough out here, which I don't mind. But I'm sure my wife isn't gonna enjoy it too much. This is akin to backing your 1,000-foot SUV into your garage. I know I keep saying this, but it's really amazes me at how nimble and how much these giant cruise ships today can just maneuver around. We stopped just right out there, and it was just like a old-time turntable for a train, or like we were on a swivel. The whole ship just turned one spot and started backing up. Try that, Titanic. Sprawling metropolis. We got some really cool mountains way out there. I don't know if they're going to show up on this camera. I'm looking at a small screen. No, hopefully they'll show up. Really pretty. Again, I apologize for the wind noise. I think my wife is looking forward to the 40-mile-an-hour winds tomorrow. All right.
Salts per month. Okay? It's an island of the Mediterranean Sea, the eastern and the southeastern part of the Mediterranean Sea. So do you think that it ever snows here? Rarely. If it ever snows, it's only the top of this mountain. And when does it happen? Every when? Every 20 or 30 years. So there are people here, especially older people, if they haven't traveled abroad, like our grandparents usually, they have never seen snow. So when it snows so rarely, every family takes a car with all the people inside of the family, all the members, to rush to the top and see the snow and touch the snow. Then a huge traffic jam is created. By the time you get there, no snow, it has melted. It's the same with rain in winter. From November to April, we have a rainy period. It rains once every 2 or 3 days, and it's heavy rain for 2-3 hours maximum. Half an hour later, everyone is at the beach, everyone is swimming. Because half an hour later, after the extreme phenomena, after rain or snow when it happens, the sun is shining again. That's why they call it the island of the sun. Lindos now, the city that we're going to see, at least from far away, to take pictures of the city, is right behind my back, the other end of the bay. You're going to see a headland where Lindos is situated. Very, very quickly, I'm going to explain that the city of Rhodes, the city where you disembarked at the northmost tip of Rhodes, is just a baby compared to Lindos. The city of Rhodes was founded there in the year 408 before Christ. So it's there for 25 centuries. Lindos was founded 1100 years before Christ. So 800 years before the city of Rhodes. It's a lot older than Rhodes. And I told you that our first traces of human presence here date in the Stone Age, which is the middle of the 6th millennium before Christ. And then to create a history line to put the events in the right order, the next important civilization you are visiting, Crete, landed here. He was trying to land, but he couldn't. There was a very bad storm, very bad weather, and the sea was very rocky, huge waves, so he could not approach the coast. So he did what? He prayed for guidance. And then, according to tradition, 2 hands, the hands of the god, 2 hands made of fire, emerged from the sea, and they made the anchorage that you're going to see a totally protected, sheltered harbor. So he could disembark, he could land easily, and he started preaching Christianity and creating here the first Christian communities. So in the case of Rhodes, in the 1st century after Christ, we already have the first important churches, Orthodox churches. About the arrival of St. Paul, you can see it, it's mentioned in the Acts of the Apostles, book 21, chapter 1. Okay? So we got into the Christian era, and after a while we made a part of the Byzantine Empire. You recognize the term. What is the Byzantine Empire? We have the Roman Empire, and in the 4th century it splits. It splits in 2 parts. And then it has 2 capitals. Rome, where Catholicism was born later, and Byzantium, that later became Constantinople, and today it's Istanbul, that was the capital city of the Eastern, the Christianized part of the Roman Empire, where Orthodoxy was born. So we are to the east, we're east, so we belong to the eastern part of the empire, which is the Byzantine Empire. Okay? Rhodes was less important. It just was a local port. It had lost its international character, its splendor. Look at this beauty behind my back. You have views of Lindos from here. You don't need to struggle about the pictures. That's a photo tour. So we're going to stop on our way. On our way, as we return, we're going to stop here for a beautiful picture. You don't need to struggle from the bus. It's the most picturesque seaside village. From far away, it looks very typical, in a typical Aegean settlement, typical settlement of the islands of the Aegean Sea. Whitewashed, cubicle, flat-roofed houses, densely built around the harbor. But what makes Lindos unique is that It's crowned by its Acropolis. So at the top, you can see a very important sanctuary dedicated to Athena, and where the columns are, top, it's the Temple of Athena herself. Despite the fact that this is the only barren part of Rhodes, look at it like a lunar landscape. The island is very fertile apart from this part. So all these archaeological site in Greece. It's first the Parthenon of Athens, then it's Knossos, and that's the third. We sell some days 7,000 tickets per day. Very, very impressive, because at the top you stand for...
Very beautiful place. This is the Mediterranean on this side, and the other side is the Aegean Sea. This island is right on the edge of both. I would love to explore those caves. Oh man, so cool. There's caves up there. Over there. The only thing I'm kind of bummed about, really, is the amount of trash. It's crazy. Look at this. Oh, hold on. Yeah, it's you know, not exactly what I want to show, but I think people have a right, if they want to come visit this place. I mean, it's a very beautiful landscape if you can look past all trash. This is ridiculous. I don't understand. I'm surprised that they would not want to get this cleaned up. I mean, it's so beautiful here. I don't know. I don't know if this is from tourists, slob, disgusting tourists, or if this is just from locals that don't care. But either way, it's kind of a shame to have such a beautiful place. Anyway, beyond my control, I guess. You got some more. I don't know if there's caves up there. Kind of looks like there could be. Yeah, look at all the garbage. It's sad. Or don't look at the garbage. Doesn't do the landscapes any favors, that's for sure. Which is, I don't know, it's a shame. But some very beautiful beaches we went by. Wish I could have some time to enjoy them, but unfortunately, as I mentioned, there will be no time for beaches. There's a beach right down there. Anyway, be nice to live right there. Oh man. Alright.
You can have a beach party, in fact, on the beach, so it's really beautiful. You know, it's a beautiful destination. Look at the ancient theater on the slope of the rock. On the right opposite us, you can see the stone seats of the ancient theater. Oh. Like in Athens, huh? At the top, it's the religious seat of the city and the stronghold. Around the slopes, around the Acropolis, we'll have the important public buildings. The stadiums, the theaters, the libraries, the law courts of the ancient city. hospital on Rhodes. On Rhodes, on the island, yes, there is one, and it's an island that can cover the needs of all the islands around. So it's the big hospital of the area, the main, for the Dodecanese, for this cluster that we have. Here, they only have a first aid center in the village.
Yeah, let's do one together.
These were not coming from 7 different European, let's say, countries, but in the medieval era we don't have the concept of a country. Regions of Europe, kingdoms if you want. We had knights that arrived from Germany, Italy, England, Spain, Iberian Peninsula in fact, because it's Spain and Portugal together, and 3 different parts of France. France, northern part of France, Auvergne, around Paris, let's say central France, and Provence, the southeast coast of France. So 7 linguistic groups, 7 groups of knights of different origins. All these were people coming from different areas, so different mentalities, but they had 2 very strong elements that kept them together. What do you think these were? It's a religious military group. So the first connection between them is religion. All of them were very religious Catholic people. And medicine, and they also had a common language. They were coming from different countries, but the common language was Latin back then. That's the official language of the order. So, themselves. They never intervened with everyday life. They never forced the locals here to convert to Catholicism. And that's why relationships between the locals and the knights were characterized by very close collaboration, especially when it came to the defense of the city. So talking about enemies back then, the enemies are always the Muslims, and they are coming from the opposite coast. Talking about defense of Rhodes back then, these are the knights and the locals together.
Oh, we had a stop at the cafe, and I chose to come down to the beach. God, what a beautiful beach. Wished I could spend more time here. Looks like it's getting rough already. There's the cafe back over there. I could fly. They have an international. I don't know if international. Yeah, I suppose it's international. They have an airport here. I could certainly fly into this island and stay here a while. I would love to explore this. If you had a Bronco here, or a Jeep, I suppose, if you really had to go Jeep, but if you had a Bronco here, oh my goodness, there's so many off-road trails and places you could explore. It's almost endless. Although it's not, because it's an island, but it seems that way. Alright.
Administrative seat of the city, and the part near us, just behind your back, at this side of the city, it's the residential part of the city. Today we have 2 different sectors again. One side is the historical center, where all the museums are concentrated, and there is another part that is really, really commercial. It's brimming with inviting shops. There is this street called Socrates, from the Greek philosopher, that is lined with 1,000 shops, like a bazaar street. And now they are lost in the clouds, but right opposite, maybe you can make out their line, we have the mountains of Turkey. Marmaris is opposite us. Well, it's not my fault, but I'm really sorry I had to rush you a bit. We almost managed to do everything, apart from this stop at Mandraki. Mandraki is a small harbor of Rhodes. It means a protected harbor. But try to imagine that right behind
Those are
the
the mountains
windows
of
stretches
Turkey over
another
there.
smaller port, and that people
Castle, I don't know if you
visualize
guys caught it,
Colossus
was
in its
the
legendary
fort
form.
here
Colossus was standing
was
with
built
1
by
foot
the
of where the
Knights
fortress
Templar.
is. So you see one side of Mount Drake, you can see it from your deck.
Alright, so I told you it was going to get a little choppy. They're getting ready to close the pools just because it's getting too dangerous. But the water is overflowing the pool. It's all over the deck. At this rate, this pool might be empty by morning. I was in the pool about, I don't know, probably 20 minutes ago, and it was not this bad. It was, it was wavy from one end to the other, but not this bad. And normally, and they took a couple of feet worth of water out of this pool, because normally those side areas there, normally there's, at least a couple inches of water over the top of that. But so they took a couple of feet out to try and prevent this from happening, and you can see it's just right over the pool. That's I've only seen stuff like this one other time, and that's it's pretty crazy. That's water all on the deck. You know you're fighting a losing battle, right? That's crazy. This is just nuts. I wish I could zoom out a little bit more, but I'm all the way. Let's see, maybe we get it from this angle a little bit. Maybe we can see what it's like from here. Oh, sure, now it calms down. Yeah. Oh, here we go. It's going to start again. Here we go. The pool's going to be empty soon. Just think, you won't have to do it much longer. All right, we're going to sign off. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. Before I forget, I want to thank Brian G for subscribing to the channel. Thank you. As I welcome everybody here, I hope you will find these videos a little bit interesting, maybe a little educational, maybe just a little goofy, but no matter what, I hope you enjoy the content that I put up. I also want to thank all of my subscribers. I obviously, if it weren't for you guys, I probably wouldn't be doing this to this day. So you guys keep me going. Thank you. Make sure you smash that like and subscribe button, please. Even if you didn't like the video, please tickle that like button. Make sure you hit subscribe and tap the little bell so you can get notified, or I should say, so you get all the notifications anytime I put up a new video. Share it with somebody, anybody, be great. I think next week, I'm not sure what I'm going to do next week, so stay tuned. It might be a surprise. All right, stay safe. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video.